Hey guys, it's me Cassie, and today we're going to be planting our first seeds of the year in the garden. Ah! It is currently, what's the date? April? No, it's not. I can't look at my watch, it's hidden. Brian, help me. It's the 16th of April, 2020. And here's our garden. I showed a view of our garden from up at the top.
Our dog.
That's our dog. He is covered in grass. He has been rolling on the ground. Woo! Garden dog. We're growing a dog. It's not going very well. But anyways, here's our garden as it is today. This year we're going to be putting in some raised beds.
Yep.
Just a few of them, like 3. And then we're going to continue and put more in the fall. But this is just our leftover garden from last year. It's got a little jankety fence around it, but we love it. It's great.
Costs like $10.
It was super cheap.
Gets the job done though.
But this year is going to be kind of a hodgepodge of things because we're trying to figure out how to have some things in the raised beds and put some things in the regular garden. But I am going to plant some of our cold hardy things today. I've got a lot of starts inside, but we're going to plant some things like peas, radishes, parsnips, carrots. There was one more thing. Oh, maybe that's just a different color carrot. But we're planting some stuff like that. I could plant my potatoes today, but we don't really have any potting. Well, maybe, is that potting mix?
Yeah, it's some back there.
Is it viable potting mix though?
Probably fine.
It's been sitting outside all winter.
It's fine.
It's probably okay.
It's seasoned.
It's seasoned potting mix. So I might plant our potatoes too. But we're just trying to kind of figure out where we're going to put stuff this year. So walk over our great gate, which is just a fence. So these are the 2 beds that we had our tomatoes in last year. Brian, do you want to do them there again this year?
I think so, yeah.
Or are we going to try to put both sets of tomatoes in the same bed, just on different sides?
Yeah, so we could just move these supports to be one on each side, and then they'll have more space to breathe too. We can have like twice as many tomatoes then.
So do we need 1 bed of tomatoes, or are we doing 2?
I think 2.
2 beds of 2 sets of tomatoes?
Yeah. I mean, we have tomato plants, right? We got a ton of tomato plants.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on planting all of them though.
Okay.
I don't know. We can think about that a little bit.
We
But
could
I'll
do,
leave
like,
these 2 beds
1
alone
full bed
for
and then
now.
1 half bed with like tomatoes in the back.
Yeah, maybe that
And
would
then
be
the
better.
front could be for like other stuff.
Basil.
Yeah.
Basil, all the
Herbs
basil.
and stuff.
I think right here I'm going to put carrots.
Okay.
I think I'm also going to put onions all throughout the outer perimeter over here. Where do we want the peas? Because that's something I'm planning today. The peas in the back here?
Yeah. And then we can do beans here. We can do beans in the back, like the climb beans, pole beans in the trellis,
Yeah,
bush beans in front.
sure. So what do you think about the zucchinis and stuff? Where's that going to live?
So we had zucchini where last year?
Right in here.
I think that's probably fine again.
Well, weren't we putting beans there?
Well, yeah, we can have beans like on this back trellis here. So basically beans.
So I've got this first bed here all separated up for carrots. I made all my little ditches, and I actually have the first 7 rows here filled up with my orange carrot seeds. And these carrot seeds are just the red cord chantenay. But those are really good. We had them last year. They're short season carrots, so I should be able to get 2 crops out of them. And there's just our onions that are growing from last year. They sprouted up, so we're just eating them like spring onions. They're really good. Yum, yum, yum. Cosmic purple carrots. Here we come. And the parsnips. Now I've got my whole bed planted, and I'm about to close in the rows. Carrots and parsnips all done. There's my finished bed. It doesn't look like anything special, but it is to me because it's gonna give me carrots. But my cosmic purple carrots are pretty much gone as far as seeds go. So that means I'm gonna get more carrot seeds this year, which will be fun. Mid-season, I'll be planting some new carrots, which will be fun. Maybe Brian will let me get some of those carrots that are purple all the way through. What do you think, Brian? You let me get some carrots that are purple all the way through now that I killed my purple carrot seeds?
Sure. They're gone?
Yeah.
Nice, good job.
Yeah, so that's my carrot bed. Phew, all done. I just got some sugar snap peas planted down in this area right here. So hopefully those will start coming up in a little bit here. It's still kind of cool, but I think peas are supposed to be fine with the cold. I was gonna plant some radishes, but I don't really feel like I've got a good spot figured out for radishes yet, so maybe I won't do those quite yet. Might try to fill up a couple of my potato bags, not fill them up, but put some potting soil in them. I do have my seed potatoes inside to get started. I'm doing Yukon Gold, something Gold Rush potato, and then a Red Norland as well. So those are 2 early and 1 mid-season potatoes. By the way, I'm in zone 4, and that's Minnesota. It's cold. It's very cold. So this is going to be the potato setup this year. And I know it looks a little bit janky, but we've got our grow bags, the same grow bags we used last year. But last year our potatoes were rotting because it was too wet and the bags weren't draining properly. So this year I'm going to try sitting on the top of these boards and see if I can get them to drain a little bit more properly so that they're slightly drier, because I don't want my potatoes to rot. It is getting a little chilly outside, and I'm thinking about going back inside just because it's so cold, but I really want to plant things. We just had the coldest week, and it's finally like 40 degrees outside, which, you know, is not very warm, but it's warm compared to the like 30 degrees it's been outside. And this weekend it's going to be 60 degrees. I was just really feeling like getting going, but I don't know, maybe I'll save the potato bags for tomorrow. I did get a lot done today. I planted carrots and peas and kind of figured out where I want at least the cold season crops to be. You know, I didn't really think about broccoli or cauliflower, where that's going to be at. I don't know, I'll have to figure that out. I need a bigger garden. Do you guys want me to walk you through how big the garden is going to be? So, we've got our garden right behind me that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then like 1 perimeter bed. So kind of like 6, but part of that last bed doesn't get used because it gets shaded from this tree so much in the summer. But that's kind of the size of the current garden. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be bringing it out further this direction, kind of in to this wood chip area that we've been starting, and we've got some fruit trees in here. We've got 2 apple trees there, 2 peach trees over there, and a pear tree. We're getting a second pear tree. We had 2 of them before and one of them died. So if I stand back a bit here, we've got our 1, 2, 3 rows of trees, and then we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 2 beds, which are 9 by 4. And over on this side, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 2 beds on this side. And over here, we're gonna put things that are more perennial. Like we're gonna put our grapevines over here, we're gonna put our strawberries, our asparagus, all of the stuff that's gonna come back year after year is gonna be on this side. And then over there is gonna be all our annual garden, vegetable garden stuff. As far as the perennials go on this side, we are gonna have some raspberries and some blueberries and strawberries. It's gonna be like a super delicious area to be in, I guess. And you can see we have a little fire pit back there right now, dangerously close to a big pile of wood. And that is actually gonna get moved over here to the side. And all of this is gonna be wood chipped and edged in. And we'll probably put some like additional pretty flowery plants around here. But yeah, these fruit trees are only a couple years old. I'm really excited for them to start bearing fruit. This is a Honeycrisp tree here. And I'm really excited for it to bear fruit. It really just looks like a stick right now, but this is its 2nd year. That guy is a Wine Crisp. Then we've got Contender and Reliance peaches. And this is a 20th century Asian pear tree. Asian pears are really cool. They are round and have more of the texture of an apple. They're more crunchy and juicy, and I'm really excited for these. The one that's gonna go over there is a Korean giant. So that one is gonna have softball sized pears. So I'm really excited about that. I think that'll be really cool. And here's the rest of our yard. And there's our dog over there in the trees getting into trouble. Ready? Ready? What doing, puppy? What doing, puppy? Are you okay? Riley had a thorn in his foot. He was like hobbling around. Didn't want me to look at it, didn't want me to touch it. I was like, dude, I can fix it. I can make it better. If you guys want to see these plants, we got lots of onions going on here. Hi, Brian.
What's up?
Riley had a thorn in his foot.
Ooh, ouch. How'd he get that?
He's probably rubbing up against that tree. He really didn't want me to touch it.
Yeah.
I got it out though.
Nice, that's good.
I had to make him lay down. We got some broccolis and broccolinis right here. They're way too big. I've got more seeds started in the basement, but I'm pretty sure we could like eat these how they are right now. And they basically just grew in our basement. So that's pretty awesome. We could grow broccoli over the winter. I'm pretty excited about that. Then we got some cauliflower down here, which I'm not sure is gonna work out. It looks a little bolty. I don't know. These are all beets. Beets and then more onions. As far as onions this year, we've got some shallots and red oranges. Not red oranges. Red onions. We've got some yellow onions, some red onions, some red of Florentine, which are more of a shallot size. Red onion. I don't know if I said shallots yet. But shallots and leeks. So that's kind of what we're dealing with this year. So many onions. I could probably get those in pretty soon, but I think I might wait till the weekend. What are you up to over here?
So these are the pieces that are going to be like, so if there's bins here, there's going to be 3 sections, so 4 walls coming out.
Yeah.
These are the 4 walls that are going to come out. So they're 4 feet tall and 5 feet deep.
Those are intense, man.
I know.
You're an intense man.
Look at I'll probably leaves though. Like, that could probably barely
it's
fit
that
in this
pile right
setup.
over there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, every year we get so much grass clippings, and we tried composting it last year, and we just had a bunch of grass clippings and a bunch of leaves. So now we're trying to set up a more permanent solution for the compost pile, because before we had temporary fencing kind of holding it in, and that was not a good solution, because what did the dog do?
Riley figured out. So basically what we had was we had 4 wooden posts with like a plastic vinyl mesh on the outside.
Yeah.
Riley figured out he could just walk up the plastic mesh, break the wood sticks, and then climb in.
Yep.
So.
And then he was eating all the compost and having bad farts, weren't you, Riley? All the toots were happening because you were eating the compost, silly puppy. Do you think I should plant the potatoes today? I only have 2 bags of potting
We
mix.
can grab some more potting mix and then plant them all at once.
Okay.
That's be easier.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good plan. Well, guys, I think that's it for the garden today. It's nice out, but it's not nice enough in the shade that I really want to hang out over there. It gets kind of cold in the garden when it's shady. And what time is it now? So at 4 o'clock, this is what the garden looks like. It's pretty much in the shade. But you can see, like right over in this area where we're going to be putting the beds, there is still some sun we're getting at that time. So we'll get a little bit more sun over there, and that'll get a lot of morning sun too, even more than the garden gets, so that'll be good. But that's it for today. I will probably talk to you guys some more on Saturday. I think that's going to be the big planning day, so that'll be good. Okay, excited for the springtime at the garden. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.